This is day 49, section hiking the New England portion of the Appalachian Trail. Good morning. So yesterday I went from South Twin, did a little sunset walk over that edge, which opens up really nicely out here, and then camped at Giat, which is down there on the overflow tent. And we are currently at the summit of Westbound, and there's Bond Cliff, I believe, and you can see Lincoln Woods there, and there's Loon Ski, and then coming over the Franconia Ridge, and old friend Garfield. That's Owl's Head, a little bump. Overall, gonna do the bonds today. Last night was great. Actually met a guy who lives in the Greater Toronto area and knew Thorold, and I also met one of my patients from Boston randomly. So it was an interesting night. Here we are at the summit of Bond. A couple birds hanging. And there's Bond Cliff. Looks very Lord of the Rings, Middle Earthy. Bond Cliff and the cliff. Here I am at Bond Cliff Summit. Been wanting to do these for years, and they did not disappoint. Lots of open views and great vistas. Back at West Bond, I wanted to get a view of the cliffs, the sun on them. Really nice. From yesterday over this bluff, and you can see Washington in the back there, more of the valley, ponds, trail marker. We're here at the summit of Zealand. Hot sweaty day, and then going downhill, and then either gonna stay at the hut or tent or figure it out. This is the view from Z Cliffs. I believe that's Ethan Pond up there. Train camp. There's no cliffs. There's one more cliff. Almost at Zealand Falls. There's a little river. Alright, we made it to Zealand Falls, and I was able to snag a work for stay, which is great because there's not much else around here other than stealth sites, which would be a very small space to camp. While I wait till they're done dinner, I've taken a glorious bath in this little pond here. It's a little chilly, but felt really nice after the hike today, and I haven't really had a shower in a few days because it's just been a lot of later nights, I guess, and colder. Today I started with a day pack going from Giat Tent out to West Bond, then Mount Bond, and Bond Cliffs. This was a 4.3 mile loop and took about 3 hours and was 2,800 feet. Then I packed up camp from Giat and went to Zealand Falls Hut. I summited the Zealand 4K on the way, and overall it was a 4-mile hike, 2.5 hours, and about 2,600 feet in elevation change. So today we added 4 mountains to the 4K summit list, and overall I've summited 17 of the New Hampshire 4Ks. Overall, I've hiked 336 miles on the Appalachian Trail.